Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Mike the Nurse here, and I'm going to be showing you an alternative way to fillet mackerel. This is something I found in an old Good Housekeeping book, and it's now, unless I'm filleting one out for the cat for his tea, it's the only way I now fillet mackerel because it wastes so much less meat. I've spent an hour after work today at a local mark and have come back with a dozen or so good sized mackies, and I'm now going to show you the way that I think, or that I've found to be the best way of filleting them, that takes the bone out cleanly, wastes very little meat, and all in all I found, particularly for my purposes because these are destined for the smoker, I found produces the best fillet, the meatiest fillet, the least wasteful fillet. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So as I said, these are destined for the smoker. Here are my fish from my hour after work at a local mark. Small sharp knife, this is my little Rapala filleting knife, and I also use a pair of kitchen shears. So the first thing we're going to do is take our mackerel, and we want the head and tail off, and this I shears through the tail. I don't need to waste time with a knife on that. And similar for the head, you can use a knife if you want to, but actually I find kitchen shears does the job cleanly, probably to a quicker standard than doing it with a knife. Apologies, I forgot my food bag over here. Important. I've already cleaned these mackerel out, by the way. I should have said they are already gutted out. So you can do this before or afterwards, it's really up to you. I do it before, just take the fins off and the ventral fins there. There's a little bone under the ventral fin actually. Using the shears for this bit can be quite useful. This is obviously no different to how you would clean the mackerel if you were keeping it to serve whole. It's a step you haven't got to do obviously if you're filleting it the old-fashioned way. This is called kipper filleting. If you're kipper filleting a mackerel, then it's good to do this. And again, I just lift the dorsal fin gently, which you probably can't see because of that bag. Gently lift the dorsal fin and then just snip along there with a pair of kitchen shears or a pair of scissors. Either way works very well. Now the trick to the next bit is to find the backbone. So you can see the spine there, and what we're going to do is run this knife all along with the tip against the backbone, cut through the meat here, past the vent, all the way to the tip of the tail till we've cut all the way down. So I shall do that cleanly now, he says, hopefully. Again, tip of the knife, just feeling along the backbone. You don't want to go through. You just want to make sure you've got a nice clean cut all the way down to the backbone there, and that's what you should end up with, is a fish that splits all the way to the end. The next bit's the easy bit. So you open it out, belly flaps out like that, you can see, and you really just put the heel of your hand and all of your weight down, and you come and you press your way down all along the length of the fish. It'll make sort of a crunchy noise. Your fish is flat like that. It's a bit like a kipper fillet, it's why it's called kipper filleting. Flip your fish over and you'll see at the head end the backbone is there. Now you want to get your kitchen shears, tuck them under the backbone, make a little snip, just enough that you can get your finger under the backbone. Now, people do this different ways. Some people use a cloth to hold the fish down. I find the kitchen shears do the job very well. I can just hold the fillet down with the kitchen shears. Get a finger underneath the backbone, and it should, in theory, just cleanly peel away out of the fish. Takes very little meat with it, and leaves you with a boneless mackerel fillet. Now you can, if you really want to, you can trim the belly flaps off. A lot of people trim these belly flaps off and use them for bait. Personally, I leave them on. I think they're quite nice. I like the little bit of extra texture when you smoke them. So that's it. That's the easy way, the most efficient way, the least wasteful way that I've found to fillet a mackerel. I hope it's of use to you. And there you have it, YouTube. That was the purpose of all of that effort. That's my big box of fish, which will sit there in natural rock salt, and what you'll find when you do that, that'll draw out a huge amount of fluid. You'll end up with this little Pyrex dish will be full of all the liquid that gets drawn out of the mackerel. Then I give it a good rinse, a really good rinse, dry it off, and into the hot smoker, and we end up with absolutely beautiful smoked mackerel. Hope this video has been useful to you.